Coming up on RNE-TV, EOC testing is right around the corner, but this year they're optional. Find out the new changes, and then Ebony heads downtown to uncover the significance of the railroad and barbecue. Stay tuned for that and much, much more. RNE-TV starts right now. Good morning. Today is Wednesday, May 26th, and it is an A-Day. My name is Kerslyn Gunter. The South Carolina Department of Education submitted a request for a testing waiver for standardized testing this year. However, the School Department of Education did deny the request. This forced Richland School District 2 to administer end-of-course testing this school year. However, the district is doing things a little bit different this year. Here is reporter Karina Span with more.
Probably get the bathroom, like, what could you possibly want from me?
As the school year shaped by COVID-19 comes to a close, EOCs, or state-mandated end-of-course exams, are being arranged for students.
So the end-of-course exams are required by both the federal government and the state this year. So this year, they are structured the same way they have been in the past. All end-of-course assessments are online. It can only be accessed when you're on campus through a lockdown browser, a testing browser that the district controls. So any student who's going to test does need to come on campus, and they will take it online.
With the announcement of these exams, however, some students are unaware that the new testing system itself gives them a sense of choice.
I didn't know that there was the option for it to be optional at all, so that was kind of surprising.
Richland School District 2 is offering an open approach to the exams, and when reached out to for comment on the matter, Mr. Rob Herron, District Testing Coordinator and Data Analyst for Richland 2, said that this year, given the change to how districts can count the grades students earn on EOC exams, I led several meetings with district-level leaders. The DTC in Kershaw County told me they were counting the exams only if they help students' grades. I thought that was a great idea and brought the idea to district-level leaders for their consideration, and that's what we ended up doing as well.
So I am not a big proponent of standardized testing, and I know that that's not the district's decision, so I do appreciate the district coming up with a method to not penalize students for not being able to take the assessment due to COVID regulations.
The options are meant to cater to the in-person and virtual students alike, namely those who are concerned for their scores academically, as well as those who might be uncomfortable with the health risks in-person testing creates.
If you decided not to take the test, if you and your family felt that it was still too dangerous to come into school and sit with other students to take that test and you didn't take it, that's okay. Your grade will not be a 0 in the grade book. The teacher just wouldn't put in that grade. If you come to school, you say, you know what, I'm going to try and take it. And you come to school and take it, and you didn't do as well as you thought you would. And when the teacher goes ahead and puts that grade in the grade book, and they see that your overall grade declines, they won't put the grade in, they'll take it back out.
EOC tests are only mandated for certain subjects this year and will count for 20% of a student's final year average in that course. The following subject courses have a state-mandated EOC attached to them, and you will need your school-issued Chromebook to take them. CP and Honors Intermediate Algebra, CP and Honors Algebra 1, CP and Honors Biology 1, CP and Honors U.S. History, AP U.S. History, and CP and Honors English 2. This class has a special circumstance. The writing portion of the test will be administered on May 26th, while the reading portion will be administered on June 1st. If you have any questions about transportation, safety concerns, technology concerns, or if you want to participate in person and are having difficulty figuring it out as a virtual student, reach out to your EOC course teachers for guidance. Mrs. Fowler can also be reached at dfowler@richland2.org. Signing off for RNE-TV, I'm Karina Span.
Thanks, Karina. If you chose to take your EOC exam, please be sure to attend the review sessions offered by your teachers. They are now posted in your Google Classroom. Members of the Science National Honor Society, faculty, and staff gathered behind Richland Northeast to celebrate the first induction of members into the Science National Honor Society on Friday, April 23rd. Inductees received a certificate of entry and advice from Miss Roden and guest speaker. Once the ceremony was complete, inductees participated in a rocket launch as a form of celebration for their hard work.
I am so incredibly proud of my students. This is definitely the most prestigious and leadership program that a science students can be involved in and be inducted to.
Means that I think I'm taking the right steps towards my future.
Well, we hope it provides an opportunity for the students to work together, to maybe work on projects with students that they wouldn't otherwise see because they're not in the same class.
As the expression goes, the show must go on. On May 6th through 8th, the PCA Theater program performed their first in-person show since COVID-19, SpongeBob the Musical. This event was open to the public and held outside in front of the school gym. The audience were able to bring lawn chairs, food, and coolers as they enjoyed the show and followed COVID-19 precautions.
We brought live theater back to the campus of Richland Northeast High School.
I thought they were going to do it in the auditorium, so I was like, how are they going to do, the lights and have everything set up like they would do inside?
It was a great endeavor, but it was an endeavor that took a lot of time, just the pure setup, how long it takes us to get out here.
And it was fun. People could bring coolers, they could relax a little more, I think, dress comfortably. It's a little, I feel like it's just a little more formal when they're inside.
Everybody had their mask on. I feel like this is a perfect way to keep everybody safe distance.
My favorite part is actually when some of the themes of the show come through, like being optimistic. So when Sandy is singing to SpongeBob, Chop to the Top is one of my favorite songs.
Theater wasn't the only PCA group to perform this month. On Tuesday, May 4th, family and friends gathered in the gym to witness the last performance of the Richland Northeast Silver Cadet Band for this year, and the audience was able to enjoy both upbeat and low-beat tunes. Band members were also awarded for their very hard work and dedication this year.
I thought our performance was very well executed, especially since where we came from at the beginning of the year. We had just a lot of newer people and we just had to work really hard, but overall our performance ended up really good. I thought we sounded really good overall.
This is a great example of how we can activate student voice within our learning community through the arts. So proud of our students for their commitment and dedication to excellence. As we look at the word premier, premier to us means the unyielding and relentless pursuit of excellence. And tonight was a great example of that pursuit of excellence.
I'm very overwhelmed at tonight's performance because, again, the students did a fantastic job and it has been a work in progress thus far getting to this point. And I think the students have worked extremely hard. They've been very receptive to me being their band director. They've been very optimistic about my process and how I do things a little bit different. And so I think my feelings are pretty, I'm filled with joy at this moment.
This year, RNE-TV reporter Ebony Christie has showcased different areas of Black culture. This month, she turned her eyes to food. She found a quaint barbecue restaurant in downtown Columbia that has way more than meets the eye.
There are two things that are common in the South during the summer: the heat and barbecue. Luckily, Railroad Barbecue is a one-stop barbecue shop that brings the heat in Southern cuisine.
Barbecue and food and Southern culture is all intertwined. We're at a railroad track, and what's more Southern than railroad tracks and barbecues?
They say a little spice makes everything nice. As a Southern restaurant, Railroad Barbecue has made it its mission to stick to tradition.
Everything here that if you look on our menu is keeping with Southern culture, Southern cuisine, politics, the train, culture, history, and how we grew up.
There's the railroad. You know you're at the railroad when the railroad passes by.
Besides the fact that this barbecue joint is a small business located in one of the busiest districts in downtown Columbia, it's the fact that it's right next to a railroad, which tells a story of going from rags to riches within the African American community.
A lot of poor people, if you notice, live beside the railroad track. I have this restaurant beside this railroad track. My house in Columbia is by a railroad track. I grew up next to a railroad track.
Looking back on history, it wasn't easy for African Americans, but they made the best with what they were given.
Enslaved African had to eat what was left over, but in barbecuing and cooking food, in that a lot of enslaved Africans and blacks worked in the kitchens in a lot of white folks' homes. Barbecue, to some people, was created in South Carolina.
But the significance of this place doesn't just stop on the track. History also lies on the inside.
He's put on pretty much every single picture you have here. It ranged from civil rights movements, the championship games, local. A lot of the players come back and notice their pictures on the wall. Just amazing. That's one of the reasons why I came here.
I had an art gallery in the 80s called Timbuktu. And so with all the stuff I've collected, and I got lots more, I said, well, you know, let me share this. Let me figure out how to put this stuff back out in the community instead of just giving it to a museum or giving it to some archive to where people couldn't see it and it wouldn't teach people. It's meant to give you a sense of fulfillment and a sense of history.
There's something about the B&B barbecue that brings different walks of life together. Besides the smoky flavor and the various sauces, it's a testament of the past that will enable a brighter future. Reporting for RNE-TV, I'm Ebony Christie.
Thanks, Ebony. Coming up after the break, Mary Jane has the final Sports 360 of the year, and we send off the class of 2021 in style. We'll be right back.
A lot of stuff has changed. The way I treat students is different in the terms of what they're coming in to be seen for. So some of that has been on Google Meet, some of that's been on Zoom Meet, some of it has been as a multidisciplinary team. So and the contact tracing has been different, and reporting things to DHEC it's been just learning the process of all of that. That's been different just because that wasn't something we had to do prior to COVID. But I mean, it's been probably the same as a lot of other people. It's been stressful. It's been some quiet downtime's been good too, and that you do the best you can, and you take care of the students.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Jessica May. Welcome back, May Squad. So guys, I got my vaccine today. I'm so excited because you know what that means? No more of this stupid mask. I am so tired of wearing this mask. I'm ready to go to parties. I'm ready to have fun with my friends. And this will definitely not be there. What's up, May Squad? So guys, I have a huge announcement. We just hit 1 million subscribers. So we're having a huge party to celebrate. Everybody who is vaccinated is allowed to come. Leave your mask at home. I don't want to see a mask on site.
Take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna...
Hey guys, it's Jessica May. As many of you guys know, I tested positive for COVID, and it's only my fault. So I wanted to come here and tell you guys to don't be like me. Please wear your mask. Please social distance. And if you're sick, please stay in the house. Use me as an example to do better, because I didn't.
Welcome back. From the diamond to the field, spring sports teams completed their seasons this month. Here is RNE-TV sports reporter Mary Jane Davis with the very last Sports 360.
Welcome to the last edition of Sports 360. I'm Mary Jane Davis. The 2021 spring sports season has come to a close. Let's start on the field. The girls' soccer team traveled to Columbia on April 29th. The Cavaliers topped the Capitals with a final score of 2-0. Their final record is 3-9. The Cavaliers finished the season with Kylie Wagner and Juliet Maxfield earning all-region honors and head coach John Mills earning Coach of the Year.
You know, so often in our society, in our world of coaches, we rely on wins and losses to kind of determine success. And in my region, in our region, we did not win a game. And in fact, the other teams were just very quality teams. And we lost on an average of 8 goals, which is really kind of a beatdown. But it was nice in that at least some of my peers understood that you know, they could see that we improved, that there were things that we did as a team that kind of, you know, stood out. So it's nice that they did not strictly rely on wins and losses to make that determination.
1, 2, 3, the boys' soccer team traveled to Lexington on April 29th. The Cavaliers fell to the Wildcats with a final score of 10-1. Their final record is 2-11. Let's move on to the track. The track team participated in the region meet on May 5th at Westwood High School. Amir Cherry placed first in the long jump and qualified for Lower State. Jaquan Clark placed third in the long jump and also qualified for Lower State. Timothy Speaks placed third in shot put and qualified for Lower State as well. Detrell Mitchell placed first in the 100-meter hurdles.
This season has been very different. We did start training later in the season this year. Team was a lot smaller than it normally is. Despite that, I still feel like the kids had a good positive energy when they came out to the track to compete, and thankfully we didn't deal with a lot of illness on our teams.
Moving on to the Diamond, the softball team visited Spring Valley on May 7th. They fell to the Vikings with a final score of 13-3. They tried to bounce back Thursday, May 13th at Bridgeview, but fell to the Blazers with a final score of 10-1. Their final record is 2-15.
The last game of the season, I think we played well. We definitely had more people get on base this game, and we played great defensively. We just couldn't get our bats all together to bring our little ducklings in. I hope that we continue the success that we've had towards the end as far as our mechanics and fundamentals and getting runners in and hitting to continue on until next season.
The baseball team hosted Westwood on April 26th and topped the Red Hawks with a final score of 16-0. Due to COVID-19, the baseball season came to an abrupt end. Their final record is 7-9. The boys tennis team tried to bounce back this season after not having enough players in previous seasons. They failed to make it to the playoffs this year. That wraps up this edition of Sports 360. Reporting for RNE-TV, I'm Mary Jane Davis.
Thanks, Mary Jane. As we look forward to next year, we are very excited to have our home games in the new stadium, and we welcome a new head football coach. We'll be back in the fall with all of the coverage. As sports ends, so does the end of the school year. There is one final tradition for seniors, graduation. To help you choose the best fit for the special day, here's RNE-TV reporter Christy Perez.
Looking for a graduation outfit? Look no further. Here are 2 different ideas that you can wear for graduation. You can dress it up by wearing a colorful dress, pair it with some heels, and keep the jewelry simple by wearing just a pair of earrings. Or you can keep it classic by wearing just a regular old t-shirt dress. I wore mine with a sentimental necklace that my boyfriend gave me. And with a t-shirt dress, you can keep it casual by wearing comfortable shoes or wear a pair of shoes that express yourself. And those are two different looks that you can wear for graduation this year. Reporting for RNE-TV, I'm Christy Perez.
Thanks, Christy. Graduation is gonna be awesome. Well, that wraps up the final RNE-TV of the year. The crew plans to be back on the daily grind next year. As we close the show, the seniors have one final thing to say. Kind of hurts my heart a little bit. Reporting for RNE-TV for the last time, I'm Kerslyn Gunter. Next year, I will be taking a gap year, and next fall, I plan on attending Missouri State University and majoring in broadcast journalism.
Signing off for RNE-TV one last time, I am Ebony Christie. Next year, I will be attending the University of South Carolina, and I'll be majoring in broadcast journalism.
Signing off for RNE-TV for the last time, I'm Breeze Brown. Next year, I will be attending Midlands Technical College and majoring in business.
Signing off for RNE-TV for the last time, I'm Jackson Stanton. Next year, I'll be attending Midlands Tech and majoring in English.
Signing off for RNE-TV Live for the last time, I'm Jalen George, and I will be attending Charleston Southern University, majoring in microbiology.
Signing off for RNE-TV for the last time, I'm Christy Perez. Next year, I'll be attending North Greenville University and studying broadcast journalism.
Signing off for the last time, I'm Kincaid Cummings. Next year, I'll be attending the College of Charleston, where I'll be studying engineering.
Signing off for RNE-TV Live for the last time, I'm Tyler Gray. Next year, I'll be attending Cooks University, majoring in health sciences.
Signing off for RNE-TV for the last time, I'm Cameron Kirschbaum. Next year, I will be attending Coastal Carolina University and majoring in communications.
Signing off for RNE-TV for the last time, I'm Imani Boykin, and I will be attending Coastal Carolina and majoring in childhood education.
Signing off for RNE-TV for the last time, I'm Elijah Slater. And in the fall, I will be attending Aggie Pride, North Carolina A&T, and I'll be majoring in education.